that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And it's fouled away. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Another one sent foul. Cruz, the runner at third. Zunino at second. Cano at first. 2 out in the inning. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity. At the plate, DJ LeMahieu.
Leading off for the Huskies.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage. And he was able to slow him down right there and get him off balance.
Gordon, patrolling center, makes the play. 1 out. Striding in, Miguel Sano. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider. A ball and a strike now. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. And now a pitch on the way. Got him swinging, and that... Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Count set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he fouls this one off. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Haniger.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled off. The 0-1 on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. Little chopper back to the mound. And there are 2 away now. Ben Gamble will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 16, Ben Gamble.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mariners, number 12.
Devin Travis will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Takes a knee-high fastball, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, D. Gordon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swinging a soft liner. And there's out number 2. In now is Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
2 out, nobody on.
That's a ball.
And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat.
And we'll have to leave it there.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Digging in to try it again. D. Gordon. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Center fielder, D. Gordon.
And that one stayed up a little high. 2-1 count now to the Mariners leadoff batter. Here's the 2-1 home. And it's fouled away. 2-2, here it is. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Batter number 2.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. Casilla is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than 1 occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty D, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls, and that can cause a pitching coach and a manager.
And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over. In a close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most. In this Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball coming up next. Tanner Scott, an Ohio-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Doughboy Johnson. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. Here's the first pitch to him. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. He has success with 2 out, and the bottom of the first stays moving.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. 0-0 heater gets turned around.
Ready now for Baltimore, A.J. Reed. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-2. Fly ball out toward right field. Harper has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Coming to the plate now, Daniel Robertson. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. Into the bleachers and gone. Digging in for his second at bat, Doughboy Johnson. He singled his last time up. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in. And another throw over. Runner back safely. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Castillo is there, and that retires the side. So it's no. Ready for another shot now. Doughboy Johnson. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Riding in once again, A.J. Reed. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Shot weakly to the left. He's right there. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out. Ready for another chance? Brian Anderson. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Brian Anderson.
The 0-1 pitch. Pops this one up. Obermeyer has a play, and that's the second out of the inning. So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Kevin Walker. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Soft liner towards short. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle, and you know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Daniel Robertson will stand in as we'll flash you back to the second inning as you get a look at this key 3-run home run. Hit the other way out toward right field. Johnson is going to have room out there as he puts this away.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Tampa Bay.
Leading off the inning, Doughboy Johnson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into.
A player is encouraged to keep developing his complementary skills. A manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player's agent calls to touch base. The player expresses interest in going elsewhere. A coach challenges a player to continue to round out his game. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. This manager appeals to his hitters to be more discerning at the plate. A player receives an update from his representative. A player is confronted with a less than stellar stat. This manager looks to get his team's offense producing more consistently. A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. An all-star player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some resilience in how they finish a rough season. An early winter check-in. It seems the player is contemplating a change of scene.
In now for the O's, Doughboy Johnson. And the Orioles looking for more here in this game's opening frame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you...
Digging in, Doughboy Johnson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0. Now the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through. A base hit. Sierra is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as it's now a 2-run game.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side. To send him and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
Now at the plate, Fletcher Allred. He drew a walk his first time up. Grounded to third. This could be two. To second for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this. Digging in once again, Doughboy Johnson. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on a ball inside, 0-1.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
Gray sets. Here's the 0-2. Missed with a slider.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing a bat at that pitch.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Hit hard on the ground to third. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Striding in once again, Brad Miller. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon.
Miller.
High and deep to straightaway right. Johnson going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Doughboy Johnson. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Narvaez moving to his left. 2 down. 10-2 the final in this game. The Minnesota Twins took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end.
Player receives input from a coach. A manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance. coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills. This manager is looking to get more production out of his hitters. The player's agent calls to touch base. The player expresses interest in going elsewhere. A coach looks to help one of his stars become even better. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar. A manager checks in with his ball club. A representative calls with big news for his client. And, just like that, the course of a career changes. A recently acquired player meets with his new manager before the manager does what he can to make the player feel comfortable. A player is confronted with a less than stellar stat. A manager exhorts his team regarding a deficient area of production. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets. Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A coach draws a player's attention to a recent trend in his numbers. A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some resilience in how they finish a rough season. With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. An early winter check-in. The player is offered advice on contract matters. Hitting arbitration for the first time means having leverage for the first time. The more a player can be educated on the intricacies of the negotiating process, the more prepared he'll be when the time comes to make decisions. Spring training has come again, and major leaguers begin the process of readying themselves for the challenges of another long season.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Doughboy Johnson. And the Yanks trying to make this first inning even sweeter here. First pitch on its way. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Sandoval retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief. Ready now, Edgar Sandoval, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Johnson sprinting after it, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, guys, you take your hat off to the...
Digging in to try it again, Manny Machado, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Here's the 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Johnson is there. He's got it one away. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Francesco Ramos. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-1 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And digging in for his second at bat, Doughboy Johnson. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. Solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Yankees have cut it to a 3-2 score now.
Well, we'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't employ Show Track to show you that home run again. No doubt one of the most impressive long balls we've seen. That ball was screaming off the bat, and the projected distance comes in at over 480 feet. Wow, that's tough to top.
Now batting, designated hitter, Manny Machado.